Good to see you guys. Great day out. Had a good practice, very spirited. Finished up with a live period, as you guys saw. That was great to see. And one step at a time, guys are working hard. Very happy with how they're working. Got a guy or two back, as you may have noticed. That was nice. Working some guys in, and we're right on schedule. So, what questions do you have?
A lot of fans wondering, how did you think Lamar looked in his first practice?
I thought he looked really good. I would say he looked even better than I expected him to. He's coming off 10 days away, hadn't started yet. COVID is tough. He had symptoms. He had a lot of symptoms. So I think it speaks to how well he worked. Took care of himself during that time and came out and practiced well. So good first step. We've got for the whole team, 4 to 5 weeks of work to get ready for the first real game. So we'll just try to take it one day at a time.
Coach, during that period where Lamar was away, was he able to do anything physically in terms of trying to stay in shape and his conditioning, and in terms of classroom and communication? What can you tell?
Right. Well, he was in touch with Coach Urban. When he was in meetings when he could be. When he's able to be. Conditioning to the degree that he was able to. Not a lot, especially early. Toward the end, a little bit. But he got hit pretty hard with the symptoms. So.
Jim, you usually have a plan going in with how much guys play in the season, the reps and all that. How much does his absence for long maybe force you to adjust that plan going forward?
We haven't adjusted it at all. We're just going to keep the train moving. I think we stuck with our install. Guys have responded very well, and we're staying right on schedule.
John, what can you tell us about Jimmy Smith and how long he might be out?
Yeah, he's got a low ankle sprain, so week or two is what I was told. It was good news.
Can we saw Marquise Brown out there? He's moving pretty well. How's he coming along?
I think well. It's hamstring, so you just got to kind of see where it's at. There's a process there. You don't want to come back and re-injure, which we've seen before. So that'll be the key there.
Was this the closest thing you've had to a normal training camp practice? I know you don't have everyone back, but to feel a little bit normal with Lamar back and Hollywood was out there not participating, but it's just the closest it's been maybe since the start of training.
I haven't thought about it like that, Jerry. I think it's been normal, whatever normal means. From the day one, it's been great. And guys have been into it. They've been working hard. They're having fun. They're challenging one another. Iron sharpens iron. They are working at it. So that's what training camp practice is to me. And I think it is to the players and the coaches.
Practice like today how do you balance being excited for seeing defensive plays being so successful, but also the offense?
I take away that's how it works. That's the process of it. It's practice. And that's what you have to. You got to challenge yourself in practice every day. And we have a saying, bleed now or sweat later. So you've got to push yourself. You got to push the envelope. The offensive line may be the toughest position to play and be cohesive on. So, it's I don't think in the first couple of days, first week, 2 weeks, even during training camp, you don't look at that and say, oh, we're not gonna be good in that area. We throw a lot at them, and it's the toughest thing to do. So that's the unit that has to be really step for step in sync, and it's probably the toughest thing to do. So it takes the most time.
Sean Elliott, back practice, he's just in his second year in the league, but his second year of being a starter. He had a full year, was healthy. What kind of, growth have you seen maybe from year 1 to year 2? I know Coach was talking about that a lot.
As a starter? Yeah, he always wanted to play fast. He always has that, he always wants to just cut it loose and go, which you want that, Now I think he knows where he's going better, He really understands the defense. He understands how we organize the coverages. He understands, what responsibilities he has or what opportunities he has to make certain calls to put us in the best situation. He's doing a great job of that. He was good last year, and he got better as the year went on. But this year, he's taking it to another level that way.
Coach, Marcus Peters credited you in this place as a place where he could be himself. What do you think you've done as a coach to foster an environment where he does feel this comfortable?
It starts with our media at press conferences. We guys come and you be yourself, man. And who you are. I don't know if there's any grand philosophy to it other than, we respect people and embrace them and, try to look at who they are in their heart. Marcus is he's just a good person specifically. Very competitive person, very passionate person. That's the kind of guy you want on your football team, And he wants to be good. He wants people around him to be good, be committed. and we want the same thing. We all do. So he just fits us really well, and you know, we're blessed that he's on the team.
When you saw him first, like as an opponent, versus now he's in the building, like what is the difference you've seen?
Yeah, you know, I never really. I mean, I liked him coming out a lot. You know, there was obviously, you know, when scouting and I'm, you know, and just being direct. I mean, you read the reports, and he had some issues in college with whatever. So you look at that, and you factor it in, but if he'd have come to the right spot, we'd have drafted him. We loved him as a player, and we appreciated his interviews. So, you know, I don't think he's any different than what we really thought. Everybody grows, you know. I know I've grown a lot. I think everybody here has grown a lot. So I'm sure he'd tell you that he's grown a lot, but he's still the same basic person he was. Got the same good heart.
John, Greg Roman said Wednesday that the train has left the station as far as offensive installation, and Lamar's got to catch up. So I guess in this next month, is it just him doing the extra homework that he has to be at a point where he's good to go by week 1?
Sure, and you know, it's not. I don't think it's much. I don't think it's that. It's going to be that hard for him. I mean, he's already been through most of the offense. He already knows it. He's played in games for a number of years. You know, he's been through this. There are some things that we put in that we're working on that I think he'll merge right in. I think the train's a good analogy. I used it before Greg did, just for the record. But I'm going to go with the highway. You know, they're moving. It's 695 out here in the Beltway, and they're moving at about 75 plus. You know, and he's or more. Some people. Some days, like, you know, the people that race through there. But no, he's going to merge right in. So that's my analogy. How's that? Okay metaphor? Yeah.
Mic drop, coach.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys. Thanks.
So Greg uses the